Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of We Nerding Out. I'm your one host, Fun Kai, here with my brother in arms, Babbling Box Boy. Today we got a bunch of stuff on deck, and who the fuck am I kidding? This is so boring. Internet! Welcome back to another fucking episode of We Nerding Out. I'm your boy Fun Kai, here with my brother, fucking Babbling Box Boy, and we got some cool stuff we found during the week to jump on into, get you the most information that we know to share to you guys. And let's just dive right into it. We got some stuff here that's real interesting this week. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we do, buddy. So
Oh
I
shit, here we
told
go.
you on last week's episode I would tell you what the fuck was cool at the ID at Xbox, and I'm a man of my word. So they did show off a fair bit of stuff. I think the highlights of the show really are this Flintlock game. They didn't really show too much about it. Kind of just like a teaser trailer. It's very flashy, very character based. It looks pretty cool. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot to share about it. Things we did see a lot of was this Cursed to Golf game that actually looks very, very cool. I recommend you guys all check out a trailer for that. But essentially, you have a golf course that's built in the afterlife. You have to try to, putt or drive your way through it
Hmm.
to prove that you are really the golf legend you were when you were alive. The game apparently has like various, hazards in place and stuff like that to, throw you off your game, and you go over par, essentially die. So they likened it to kind of like um what the fuck, a rogue like, but it's supposed to be golf game. And you get like all these little collectible cards. They give you different power ups, different kind of weird superpower shots and what have you. Very neat looking game. Recommend you guys watch a trailer for that. Certainly
It's a
cool to
neat
look
little
at.
arcade style game then, hey?
Yeah, no, the art style is very
Okay.
cool, very like 2D. This
Neato.
WrestleQuest thing is kind of neat.
Oh shit.
So you get to play as Macho Man, and I think you're trying to like compete against like the iconic, Randy Savage himself. You're going like a little wrestling journey. Watch the trailer. I wasn't super into it because I'm not a wrestling guy, but it did look neat, so I will mention it. And the big news is that they released Tunic, and it came out on Game Pass day one. And anyone who's into indie games knows that Tunic looks fucking sick, and now it's out. So you guys should play it. That's all I have to say about it. That was what was cool. Everything else was lame. There was a lot of cringe by fucking this guy,
Mr. T-Pain.
Mr. T Pain. Stop using him to promote your games. I'm so fucking sick of seeing this guy. It's not cool. Moving on.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
So we did get to see quite a bit of stuff this week. We got a new update from the Starfield devs. They released a new episode, kind of them explain their philosophy about how they were going to restructure storytelling in this new game, and they were going to reinvent their old systems that they've relied on, they're tried and tested, right? So they're essentially explaining how they're going to double down on player choice and allow the environments to be reactive to what you're doing. So they talk about how the NPCs are more reactive to what your player's choices are, how they're engaging with the player. And if you go into a room, you're having a conversation with a guy, and then you're like, you know what, fuck this guy, and you kill everyone in the room, they're going to react to that. That's going to affect the story, because you could do that in Bethesda games. You know what I mean? You can really kind of just, if you don't want to deal with this dude, you just kill him, and then you never have to see him again. They let you do that. And
Sounds cool
this,
and immersive.
yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of nice. One of those like weird. It's almost gimmicky because you can like end the story really quick if you just kill a bunch of people. You're like, oh, I guess I can't do the main story anymore.
So
But
anyway, I started blasting.
yeah, I walked in, I started blasting. So they just talk about how they've designed the quests and the like NPC engagements, so that kind of reflects on everything that they've been good at before and then like improved upon it. So I recommend, if you guys are really interested in that, you watch the Starfield Dev Diary episode 2 for yourselves. You guys can see all the new like concept art and stuff they talk about. You get to see Todd Howard handsome face, and that's all there is to really say about it, because they don't actually show us a ton in this episode, but they do kind of just like hype themselves up. It's essentially a hype video where they're like, you know how we're fucking good at storytelling? Well, we're fucking doing it again, but better.
Fucking
So
diving right in.
if you want to pinch your nipples and cheer them on, go watch that video. Another video game that I got announced this week is a game called The Quarry. It was released, or it's being released and made by the same company that did Until Dawn. Kyle, have you ever played Until Dawn?
No, I haven't. I did watch some gameplay on it, and it seems very cinematic. What's the word? Interactive cinematic. You kind of they give you a left and a right decision. So do you want to save this person or do you want to do this kind of style? So I've noticed a lot of like Netflix movies coming out like that. So it feels like it's kind of like gonna fit into what's been happening with entertainment lately.
Yeah, it is very much like an interactive movie.
Yeah.
Um, it I really like Until Dawn. They've made 3 games since that I wasn't in love with. This kind of definitely seems to fall more in the vein of Until Dawn, so I think it'll be a lot more exciting and intense, like more of like a horror, like straight horror experience, and kind of like that stereotype. They're at their like summer camp and things go awry. You know what I mean? It's more of like that kind of
Jason
stereo.
Voorhees comes out of the water, fucking
Yeah,
killing everybody.
yeah. We can't play the audio, but essentially it's like a teen
Keep it original.
drama. Teen drama. David Arquette plays the dad, and he's like, "We gotta get the fuck out of the summer camp before sun goes down." And they're like, the car doesn't work," and he's like, "Oh no, man, just
So
stay in the
cliche.
house." Yeah, pretty much. They're like, "Just stay in the house and don't leave," and then surprisingly things go bad. So
There's always got to be the one crazy guy that just happens to know everything of what's going on. The sun's going down. Everybody's gonna die. We gotta go, but the vehicle's broken.
yeah.
Lock yourself in the house. Good luck.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know, like it looks cool. I was really into Until Dawn. I mean, who doesn't like David Arquette? But the thing about those games that are kind of cool is they follow like that teen drama thing. So it'll be like you'll be playing as a character and you'll see like other characters interact with her or him, and you get to like decipher who you like. So you're in like these clicky situations where it's like Tiffany was kind of a bitch to me, and you're like, well, Tiffany's falling off a cliff right now. I guess I'm not going to help Tiffany. Like, so it's kind of like those experiences like really add up in these kinds of games and really like shape the narrative. And like obviously if you like save Tiffany, something could happen. If you let Tiffany die, something else happens. Like you
Consequence
know,
for action.
yeah, and it's one of those games where like I think you get to play as like 6 different people and 6 different stories, and like there's a situation where like they all live and there's a situation where they all die. So it's kind of one of those things that's got a lot of replayability. It's exciting to see another one of these games get made. Definitely worth checking out, I think.
Just check it out.
Yeah, I
It's
think
neat.
they teased it that it'll come out in summer 2022, so whenever in the
Our
summer.
summer is gonna be busy.
Yeah, dude.
Lots of stuff in the summer coming out.
Yeah, a lot
The
of that
one time I want to go outside and there's cool shit to do inside.
You're like
Where was this in winter?
when the snow is finally gone, that's when you keep giving me everything that's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
When I
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
want to be inside. Here it comes. Here comes good stuff to stay inside for. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, this first part is just kind of me chewing through a lot of stuff because there's a lot of games that come out and they've showed us stuff about them, but there's not really a whole lot of news to really talk about what's going on in them. So, kind of just sharing, like, hey, this came out, this came out, this came out, check it out. You know, there's not really much else to say. But one game, Kyle, that we did get to see this week gave us a shit ton of fucking info, and that's this new
Oh
Hogwarts
god,
game.
did it ever. Yes.
So I'm just gonna roll it in the background, but give me your thoughts because I mean, I was amazed when I seen this trailer.
I was super surprised just to see like the cinematic looks, gameplay looks, like just how much stuff like okay, so when I heard that there was going to be like a Hogwarts kind of game coming out, I wasn't exactly sure what that would all entail. And they've given us so much more things to do than I thought like even I would even think about wanting to do in the game. So of course you got wand fights. The battle sequences seem amazing. So fighting is awesome. You got the room of requirement. So it looks like you can go into there and you got like your own like plant garden and stuff. You can kind of boost some of your experience with spells and herbalism and such. What else was there? The creatures. I was super surprised to see creatures in this. So you got like all these yeah, you got dragons. There's one right there. You get to see the dragon. Here's some more creatures rolling in here. I don't know what their names are, but that's still cool to see some creatures coming in here. Kinda got a good taste of that from the newer movies that have been coming out, Fantastic Beasts, so we're actually getting to see some more of these, like, fantasy creatures around in the game, and, like, just the landscape, like, everything in the show or the movies coming back to, like, a gaming style, so you actually get to, like, feel like you're living in that movie, which is gonna be amazing. I know a lot of diehard fans have been waiting for this game. And I can't remember, and I don't know if it's 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this games have been, like, in the makes and then like canceled like a couple times. So I'm not sure if that's true or not, but this is like really good news to see that this thing's like ready for launch almost, and it's gonna be great. Just like looking at everything, completely customizable characters. That's awesome. You also get to go through the sorting hat ceremony, so you get to see which house you're part of, which is really cool. I do wonder if your choice does play a part in the whole sorting hat situation. Because I mean, here in the real world, like if you're a Hogwarts fan or a Harry Potter fan, I'm sure everybody's been to that website where you go through your own sorting hat and you like get your own wand, your own Patronus, you get your own house. I'm sure me, like, I got Gryffindor, so classic, but, I feel like in the game, I'd really wanna live as, like, a Slytherin because I like the whole bad guy vibe. So, if I was to play this game, do I get to choose which house I get, or do I just let the sorting hat kinda just throw me into whatever? And then do these houses kinda give you any bonuses into the game? But these are, like, minor things. So, from what we've seen from this show, or this, like, clip and everything is, like, everything looks amazing, and I cannot wait to just play this. It looks so good.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, what are your thoughts when you've seen this?
Bro, this is the trailer that just kept on giving and kept on going. I was like watching it and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. That's pretty neat." And then you're like, "And we get this. And we get this. And we get this." This is I know it's like almost probably cliche to say, but like when you think of making a Harry Potter game, you want them to deliver like a Harry Potter experience. You want to feel like Harry Potter. And I was like, there's just no fucking way any modern game company is going to do that because they all just like to like cookie cutter something, slap some Harry Potter shit on it and be like, here's a Harry Potter game. And you're like, yeah, it was okay. You know what I mean? We were going to get Assassin's Creed, 17, but they're going to call it Harry Potter 1. You'll have to climb up fucking multiple towers in Hogwarts to like, I don't know, veer around and shit. And they'll be like, you've discovered 80 more things to go look at. But this game does not seem to take that approach at all. This
No.
game is ridiculous. Like Kyle said, you get to customize your wizard. You get picked in the sorting hat. I'm assuming there will be some kind of like player intervention because you're obviously not going to want to end up in a house you don't want to belong to or whatever.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
still, like how cool is that? That you're like, yeah, I could be in Slytherin, I could be in Gryffindor, maybe Hufflepuff. Like you can kind of go and maybe like
Ravenclaw.
experience like these other smaller like houses that you don't really get to see too much exposure in the movie. So I mean, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But like holy fuck, man, like there's just so much to talk about. This was like 14 minutes of just Harry Potter swinging his wand around and putting it all over everyone's chin and table. Like they're just like, oh, you think that we're stopping there? No, here you go. Like it's ridiculous. They show this kid going around the fucking grounds of Hogwarts interacting with a bunch of shit. They're saying that there's going to be like
Yeah.
secret dungeons, there's going to be puzzles to solve on top of
Brooms.
fucking, flying your broom around, doing cool magic. Like there's like a whole think like power up substructure system for like your character so you can like buff certain attributes about them. I don't know what
Yeah.
those are yet because they don't really go into depth, but it's kind of cool that there's like a character
Yeah, you kinda
development.
just seen, like, potions and, whatnot, so I'm not too sure what they actually do for the character.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? You get to make potions and buff your character. So like one of the potions in this trailer is he drinks like some red mixture, it turns him into stone, so his like whole body's hardened, so I'm assuming it increased defense and stuff. So like not only can you change attributes in your character via stats, but then you're also going to be able to augment your character via potions and god knows what else. It seems like they've thought of fucking everything in this game. For like if you want Harry Potter, it looks like we're getting Harry Potter the game. Like you are going to be kind of like a pseudo Harry Potter. You're going to get your whole Hogwarts experience. I think that the only thing they didn't show us in this trailer is that we get to ride the fucking train to Hogwarts. Like that's the only thing I'm like
That better be
we
in it.
might not get that, but I mean, we'll get everything else like
If I'm not running through the wall at platform 9 3/4, I'm pissed. I want that. Just throw it in there. How hard is that? Just let me run through a wall, throw us on the train, throw me in a cinematic. I'm already in for the experience at that point.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly,
order
man.
everything on the cart.
I'm
We'll take the
sure
lot.
we'll take the load. I'm sure it'll be in there, dude. Like, honest to God, like I wish I was making this up. This game seemingly has every fucking thing and then stuff you didn't even think about. Just
Yep.
ridiculous amount of stuff in this game. And on top of that, it also looks good, which that's a statement to itself. With so many mechanics going into this game, I was sure something was going to suffer, but so far, seemingly nothing is taking a hit. We even get some fucking one-to-one crossing stream action, Kyle.
Oh, I
We can
love crossing streams.
fucking
It's my
hold our
favorite.
wand
That
up
looks
and
so great.
be intense with it and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, And the thing about
I
this
could just
is
I could just do it right now. Oh, camera.
Avada Kedavra. You gotta say it like it means like something bad. Like, Avada Kedavra. Like he's about to jizz in his jeans and also kill someone.
The boy who lived
The
come
boy
to
who lived.
die.
But yeah, man, holy fucking shit. And like even the combat, which like, kind of looks dumb, like your character's just kind of on like this and stuff. Like I'm sure they got
I
about
like
like
how he
90
like
wrist flick animations, but
I like when you actually hear the character saying all the spells as he's like swinging the wand around. So you hear like the Accio and everything like that when he pulls a guy into himself, and then when he sets him on fire. I think that was like Insigne or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's cool that you actually hear him say all the spells.
yeah, dude. And they looked really like well put together. Like they talk about how you can like match them together as combos, and they really seem to have done that like well. Like you see him like he'll throw a guy up, then summon a barrel, then fucking hit him with the
Yeah,
barrel. Like all sorts of kind of crazy combinations are going to seemingly be possible. You can even like Expelliarmus and shit, you know what I mean? Like throw their wand
yeah.
away and throw their weapons away. So they really kind of included all those spells that we'd be aware of. Looks like there's going to be a plethora more of stuff that we've never seen before, but
Just so cool to be
holy
involved in
fuck.
the wand fights and everything. This looks so good.
Yeah, man. There's going to be duels to some
Yeah.
degree. I don't know how intense that looks, but they're going to have duels.
I imagine there'd be like a tutorial kind of thing when the game starts up, and like that whole dueling thing be a part of like how you learn how to use the spells and combinations and such. So I imagine that'd be part of it.
Yeah, dude. I really hope this game lives up to it because like what they've showed us and what they've like talked about in this video is so much stuff. They didn't really show us
A
too
lot.
much about like what the narrative was going to be. There's like a couple cutscenes. They look very good. Hopefully those, are littered throughout the game so it really does give you like a cinematic experience while also
Yeah.
letting you just, be a wizard and shit. So
I
I
understand
mean,
this is a game, but yeah,
fuck.
it'd be super sick to get some cinematic as well, just for it being Harry Potter the way we all know it.
Oh yeah, dude. But yeah, man, like it just fucking never ends. We haven't even talked about beasts. There's a whole thing about being able to tame beasts and going to like beast
Yeah.
cats and shit. Just fucking you can brew potions. You can this room right here is called the room of requirement. Apparently your student is like so far behind is like the backstory. Spoilers that the trailer gives you, but like your character is apparently like coming into Hogwarts late. He has to make up for multiple years he's missed. So he gets access to this room of requirement, which apparently is like a customizable space where you're able to like kind of, lay it out however you need it or like whatever you're specializing. So if you do like herbology, then you can grow a bunch of herbs and shit. And if you want like a potion brewing station, you can do that. And you can also have like a little atrium where you keep your fucking beasts that you interact with and stuff. It's just like I couldn't think of a single thing other than the stupid ride to Hogwarts in the train.
This part here, like flying around open world on a broom, is so awesome. I'm so glad they did this.
Dude,
Just
when
one of
I
those things you didn't know you wanted, and they're giving it to you.
oh, I wanted this 100%. But the thing is like I this fucking video is 15 minutes long, okay? I got to the 9-minute mark and I'm like, okay, this is all cool, but are we gonna be able to fly and shit? And then they just casually show a scene of this dude fucking flying over half the campus. Like, yeah, we're gonna be able to fly and shit. Looks
At some
fucking dope, dude.
at some point in this too, it looks like you're able to fly the hippogriffs as well, which is going to be amazing to just fly on a beast. So that's cool.
Yeah, man. Like it actually looks like the beasts are gonna be like able to be leveraged in some kind of way. You know what I mean? Like you'll be able to raise them
Yeah,
and interact with them and seemingly able to ride some of them. Like that's fucking crazy.
and then companion characters. It seems like these guys might play a pretty big role in the way the stories go, judging by the different personalities of each of these characters. So curious to see how that all works as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they talk about how your character who like make comrades out of friends and stuff he interacts with, so you can kind of form your own little Harry Potter posse, and
Yeah,
they'll seemingly help you through fights and shit. Dude, I honestly like this is the most jam packed 15 minutes, and I think you're right. I think there was rumors that this game was gonna get canceled because they announced it forever ago, and then they just didn't show us anything for a very long time. And
yeah,
I think
oh yeah.
this trailer is like the devs being like, "Oh, you think it's getting canceled? Fuck you!" And they're like, "Here's everything," and they show you almost everything that you would possibly wonder about in this fucking trailer.
And more, and then some.
I am a 30-year-old man and I am fucking excited for a Harry Potter game in 2020. Fucking who knows when it comes out, but I will play it. I
I have
don't
no
think they
idea
give
if
us
they even said anything about it
I really
when it
don't
comes out.
think we get a release trailer. Maybe we get a window, but I don't think we get an actual date. Holiday 2022. So fucking soon, man. This fall. That's so
2020 this year
ridiculous.
we're gonna have a Hogwarts game.
Dude, I'm telling you. I never when I seen this game get announced,
There's
I
the
was like,
hypocrite.
looks kind of cool, but I don't think it's going to be that cool. But this game makes me actually excited to or this trailer makes me very excited for this game. You even get to go to
Oh, you can go to
Hogsmeade,
Hogsmeade.
bro.
Oh my, so
And there's
great.
like dark wizards that apparently lurk in there and then in the surrounding areas. So your dude will like interact with like, I don't know, fucking Voldemort people. You know what I mean? Like some sinister shit. Like
Death Eaters.
you can customize the way you look, bro. There's
You get to
fucking no
wear different
end.
shit. Plus, you
I'm
get to go into the vaults at Gringotts as well too. Like there's dungeons and there's dungeon things you can do. Like that stuff's crazy.
Yeah, they
There's
talked about
just so
how
much.
like you know when you like when
Seasons, right? The seasons
the
change.
seasons change. Such a small thing. So fucking important though. And they look good. Like they changed dramatically enough to where the point where you're actually like, yeah, shit's actually fucking happening. It's not just some shit where it's like, yeah, it was fucking snowing for a week. Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be rain and fall and all sorts of shit. That's like I don't know, fucking Hagrid's hut and shit. Like they don't stop throwing shit at you in this trailer. I'm literally
I don't
rambling
need any
because it's
more.
just
Oh my
fucking
god.
exploded my brain when I seen it. But like apparently these are like Merlin little side quests, secret things you can unlock. So they talk about how like there might be secrets left from the original wizard Merlin, and that's like the thing he makes the fucking flower gazebo out of and stuff. So like not only are we getting a super cool like customizable wizardry experience, but then you're also gonna be able to interact with beasts. You're also gonna be able to fucking augment your character in numerous ways. You're also gonna be able to explore the grounds of Hogwarts, and we're going to the fucking vault and shit, dude.
So much stuff going on in this. Like this is
Dude,
15 minutes of pure just happiness for any type of Harry Potter fan. Like if you haven't seen this trailer for yourselves, like just give it a watch. Like you are not going to be disappointed. There is so much stuff that you didn't even know you wanted.
yeah,
I
dude.
can't say enough good things about it.
Dude, I'm
It's
telling
literally just the
you,
greatest thing.
this might be like the biggest sleeper game for me in a long time. Because I was like, yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna be something I'll look at just to see how it shook out. But this game actually looks like it's gonna be an experience to play.
fucking dragon, dragon,
It's like a
dragon is in there. There's
dude.
dragons in this.
There's a fucking griffin. Like there's
You
just
get to ride on a griffin.
just fucking everything, dude. This shit is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then yeah,
I
right at
can't
the end,
comprehend holiday
2022.
2022. Live the unwritten holiday 2022. Oh,
All right, so we've jizzed all over the screen long enough talking about all the
I
shit they've
am
included in this
emptied.
trailer. Please, if you are even kind of remotely excited by anything we say, watch the trailer for yourselves, and it will more than likely get you just as revved up as we are.
Just watch it. Like this 15-minute clip is nothing but pure joy and happiness and nostalgia all wrapped into one beautiful little 15-minute clip enough to just blow your little Harry Potter mind up. Like
Exactly,
this is
dude.
what we waited for. This is what we wanted. We are getting it holiday 20. Like I keep like fucking yes, thank you. Thank you.
It's a lot sooner than I thought. I thought this was going to be
Yeah.
something they would show off. This is like such an intense sizzle reel. They could have been like, "Yeah, it's coming in 2024," and I'd be like, "That totally makes sense," because there's just so much in this game. But yeah, fuck me, it's coming sooner than we all thought. Hopefully, it launches in a state that's like acceptable. But goddamn, it looks like there's just so much Harry Potter in this fucking game that it's gonna
Yeah.
make you throw up. It's gonna make you buy a fucking robe and a wand and stick it up your ass, and you're gonna be playing this game until you die. Like I don't
I'm
even
gonna wear
understand it,
my
dude.
robe and play with my wand as I'm playing. It'll just be sitting there during cinematic.
You want to see my Patronus? I'll show you my Patronus.
Expecto Patronum! Fucking screaming all day in here. Do you get to
Yeah,
get your own Patronum too? Patronus?
I think so. Fuck it,
Everybody gets their own little animal, so fuck. Do I get to
everything is
pick
in
what
this
it
game,
is?
so I'm sure there probably isn't that shit.
Better include that. There's just some little details. I mean, they're giving me a lot already. I can't be too greedy, but like little things.
Dude, it's either some of this shit is surface level. They're like, yeah, you get to do this, but it's gonna be like real shallow, or like they just I don't know, bled Harry Potter for months while they made this shit. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
There's a sorting hat ceremony there, like, it just so much curiosity with it.
What After you've watched the trailer and we've reminisced about all the fucking thousands of things they've showed us, what are you most looking forward to? Like, what's your like sales point? What's your takeaway from this? What are you most looking forward to doing?
Uh, honestly, just I really wanna just fly the broom around the entire open world and just see everything for myself. There's a lot of, like, freedom in this, it looks like. And then, of course, the wand fights. I feel like wands and the fighting in the show and stuff were pretty minimum in a way, because like, you see, like, the flashes and everything, but to be actually able to control a character and be a part of that is gonna be so much better. So that's the part I'm, like, really looking forward to. Open world flying, maybe flying on some beasts, and then the wand fights. So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those games where I will just run around forever trying to figure out all the little secrets of fucking Hogwarts. You know what I mean? Like, I'll spend more time just running around trying to see like what kind of secrets I can find or like what kind of beasts I can encounter on like the fringes of the fucking campus. Like, the things that most excite me about this is the combat looks sick. It looks like you can mix a lot of shit up, and it looks like you have like a farming sim and a fucking taming sim. So I'll probably be that weirdo who's like petting my niffler till I die, and then like maybe after about 97 hours of that, I might finish the game. Like, it's just good God, man. I telling you, man. For me, it's like, Harry Potter came out when we were like, I don't know, mid teens, late teens, and it was like
Yeah, like
pretty decent. And I still kind of like go back and watch the trilogy probably like, I don't know, every year or so. Around fall, it's like kind of like a tradition. I like to go back and watch the trilogy.
yeah, like a holiday Christmas kinda movie similar to that of, like, Home Alone and stuff. Like, I feel like, Harry Potter's definitely fit into that category for me now.
Yeah, well, for us too, because like we live in the fucking north of Canada, so like we get snow real early.
Up
So
here
it's
in Canada, eh?
yeah, like so like Halloween, it's like a coin flip whether we're gonna have snow by then, and Harry Potter kind of like fits in that winter Halloween vibe. So for me, it's like that perfect area to watch it in. So I rewatch it, but I'm by no means like a hardcore fan. But this game makes me very excited, just because it looks like we're actually going to be able to kind of like play through our own customizable experience.
Yeah,
And they
that
did.
part's great. Just the whole customizability and everything's gonna be amazing. I wonder if you get to build your wand too, or if you just kinda get a wand.
Bro,
Be cool to kinda make your own.
this like the only thing they didn't show us is the train. Do you get to pick
Yeah.
your own wand? And are we going to be able to play Quidditch?
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
There's got to
That'd be
be a
so sick to
Quidditch.
play a game of Quidditch.
Dude,
Online play too? Oh my god.
could you imagine they just
Doesn't
like
have to be
it
online, but
doesn't come at launch, but then they're like, "Yeah, we added a fucking multiplayer component where you get to go play Quidditch."
oh my god, I would play the shit out of that.
And I mean, I don't know how the broom flying is, but it looks pretty good. So I mean, shit, who knows? Fuck, that might be in there already. They might have just like they might be holding some stuff back to actually surprise people with. But my God, I don't know how much is left not to talk about. They fucking showed us everything.
So this movie's first came out in 2001. So yeah, this has been around,
It's been
yeah,
around a minute, dude.
11 years. 11 of my years
Yeah, bro.
growing up with this movie.
Yeah, man. I'm sure this is like going to be nostalgic for a lot of us. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah.
it'll be like one of those things where there will be a couple friends in your party chat when you're like, dude, we should play the Harry Potter game. Like, loser. And then they'll like appear offline and go play it for like 3 days. And you'll like all eventually come to grips that you've played it and talk about it. But dude, it looks sick. I can't even
I'm
talk about
only
it
the
anymore,
movie
dude.
guy, like, I've only watched, like, all the movies, like, I can't imagine what it's like for the people that have read the books and seen the movies, like, this is gonna be, like, way better for you than it is for, like, just a movie watcher like myself.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
you have so much more backstory into all these characters and stuff, the books are way more descriptive than the movie ever was, like, you get to touch base on, like, a lot of these other characters that you see in the movie, you love in the movie, but you don't really get as in depth as the book, dives into these characters, so curious to see what those people are gonna see in this game that I'm missing out on that I don't even know about. I
I would
imagine there's probably Easter eggs in these trailers
I was
that
gonna
I'm
say,
not
dude,
seeing.
I 100% guarantee you, we're over here gushing over all the stuff we recognize from the movies, but there's probably some book fan who's like, oh, "We finally get to see that. We finally get to go there." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's
I
probably
know this
so
spot.
much
I
stuff.
know this. Oh, the books always have much more than the movies than the movies do. Frick, mouth can't talk.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll fuck up at some points. That's fine.
Fucking waiting.
I'll be there, ready to take the blow. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, like honest to God, holy shit. I know we've been ranting about this for like 20 minutes now, but holy cow, this looks like a whole lot of Harry Potter and more. Way more than I anticipated getting.
Well,
Honestly, it
I'm playing
also,
it. I'm playing it when it comes out. I'm
yeah,
fucking in. I
yeah.
want it.
We should just take a couple days off work and
Look at
scissor
this part
fiddle it in
here,
there and
that
play
part in
it.
that clip there where he's, like, picking up the goblin, just, like, slamming him into the ground over and over and over again, like, that was just so sick, like,
There's
just the way these, like, wand fights are amazing.
Dude, there's obviously no blood, but like the combat's savage. Like you're right. He like this
Oh,
little guy
fuck.
just gets fucking snowballed for like a good 20 seconds here. Like just
Fucking
bouncing
smash
his
into the
face off
ground and
the
then
earth.
blast it away. This dude's set on fire.
Yeah, man.
Smash this
Holy
dude right here,
shit.
this part right here, he just picks him up, smash,
Holy fuck.
smash,
Just gets
smash.
ragdolled so hard, man.
Lightning bolt from fucking Zeus himself coming down on that guy.
Dude, I feel like it's lame as it's gonna be to watch your character do this. Like the spells look so satisfying to use. You know what I mean? I think
Man, you
that's where they
just
really
feel
nailed it.
powerful.
Yeah, like they could have very easily just let you like barely slap people around, but like they look to go full speed, like you just said. They just smashed that man's face off the fucking pavement, like
Yeah.
you know,
Multiple times,
he's
like, that
probably
is
dead.
that's awesome.
I mean, it's Harry Potter, so he's not dead, but he's probably dead. You know what I
He bleeding? Yeah, he bleeding.
mean? He bleeding, but yeah,
There's the attribute specs there, so it looks like he got stealth and some type of, like, intellect and stuff, so there's a lot of boosts that I don't quite understand what they're gonna do for the character, and then you got, like, this invisibility mode, so there must be some stealth quests you gotta do, like, not to mention there's a lot of, like, puzzle aspect to this game too that they showed a little bit to us at the painting part there where you pull down a lever, the bridge or the, staircase builds underneath it, and you're able to access another room. So it's all kinds of stuff, like, they're ticking the boxes on, like, everything. Everything and everything.
even the little ghosts and stuff. Like we got to see like Headless Nick or whatever from the
Yeah,
movie.
sir.
He makes an
Sir Nearly
appearance.
Headless Nick.
Yeah, so like they're throwing back. They're definitely doing some homages. Looks like we're gonna get way more of that stuff too. So like probably a lot of people to interact with, if I'm being honest. I don't know how in depth that is because they don't really show too much of it, but that's cool that it's there, man.
God.
Like
I
right
don't even
here,
know what else to say, like yeah, here's the, hardening ability from the potion.
yeah, man.
Fucking wand waving tank.
Yeah,
God damn, this just looks so good. Oh, plus you got plant traps in a way, like, they kinda just tank all the damage or something like that and kind of assist you in battles, like,
yeah, man. Yeah,
what
like
else is there that you
he's
could
used
possibly fit in here?
two types of like plants or herbs to like fight people with. So this looks like there's gonna be just an unbelievable amount of stuff.
So much combination.
You get to
I
pat
just
whatever that is. I don't know what it is, but you get to like Pokemon
no
Go's
idea.
belly, dude.
Yeah, you get
Who
a little
doesn't want to
brush,
do
give him a
that?
little belly rub there. Oh, cute.
Have we gone hard enough on Harry's wand to move on, or
Oh,
what?
I think so. I don't know how much more I can well,
But
I'm
holy,
dried out now.
honest to God, people, if you're listening to this and you have not watched this, go watch it. It's the Harry Potter Legacy State of Play. They revealed it like I don't know 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Shit is bananas. You need to check
You
it
are
out.
not wasting 15 minutes watching. It is
God no.
totally worth it.
I would
15
even
minutes.
I would even argue if you're not like a giant Harry Potter fan, there's something in that game that you will think is cool.
Oh, 100%. They're, like, reaching out to all types of gamers, like, there is something for you in this game, I feel, and if there's not, then I don't know what the fuck to say about it.
I will
You're a
say
different guy.
I will say this. It has nothing to do with Harry Potter, but like watching this trailer showing off the spells and stuff makes me think that the new Fable game, whenever that comes out, better
Oh my
fucking
god.
deliver because if you don't have cooler spells than Harry Potter, you fucked up. That's
Yeah.
all I have to say about it.
That's all when I was watching, like, the gameplay and stuff and the way you walk around, I got huge Fable vibes from it.
Yeah, man.
And, oh, Fable's another really good game.
Yeah,
Can't wait for a new one.
yeah, bro. It's coming. I it's coming. I got shit to say about that, but this is not the time.
Not the
Alrighty,
time.
man. We've done the Harry Potter long
Close the
enough.
book.
Time to get back to the rest of this stuff. We have Mr. Lego VIP in the house. Kyle
Oh,
himself. Fun
I
Kai.
am the Lego VIP. Yeah, I
And
have a
I'm
card for it.
the scoundrel who slaps Legos out of kids' hands while we're in the Lego store. Um, this came out, or this was announced the other day. For you guys, I'll show you. They got fucking the DeLorean, bro.
The DeLorean Lego is back again. Not the first time we've seen DeLorean in Lego, but this time coming around, it looks amazing.
So,
And
like,
we have yeah.
you're a Lego guy.
Oh, I like Lego. I'd say I'm a Lego guy.
No bullshit. Is it like we see the price here? It's not a cheap Lego.
There
This ain't no fucking Hot Wheel toy
no,
car, okay? What is this cool enough for you to drop the fucking money to get this?
no, not for me.
No, no,
At
yeah,
220 Canadian dollars for me personally, fuck, that's expensive.
yeah, dude.
Damn.
It is fucking cool, but holy fuck, that's a price tag.
I love the doors going up. It's customizable from the 3 movies. You can make that car look like any one of those 3 movies.
Is it
But, like,
3?
yeah, there should be 3 different types,
But here they show it 3 together. So is it 3 total or is it 3 different styles? I thought it
3 different
was
styles.
3 different
Oh, do you get
styles.
does it come with 3 cars?
It's yeah, 3 models
What?
in 1. 3 in 1 set. Yeah, so you
Okay, so
must
you
get
must
all
be able to
3. Okay, that makes the
if you
pricing
get 3, that's okay then, that's not that bad.
yeah, that makes the pricing a little bit more like stomachable because I thought it was
Yeah.
just you could build any one of those 3. But if you actually get 3,
Yeah.
that's not terrible. It's not free,
Now
but it's a little more justifiable.
it's still 220 bucks, which is a little steep, but, I mean, when Lego is pretty much known for being pretty expensive.
Yeah, man.
But, like, just look at these models, like, that looks so good.
Yeah, dude. Plus
Back to the Future,
the
oh,
I'm doing in quotations the adult Legos are usually pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like they're not like too cheesy. There's usually a little bit of build time and stuff. So like it's model esque in time it takes to build it. So it doesn't feel too cheap or anything. But they do look fucking
yeah.
cool, man.
Oh, they look super good.
All right, now that we've had the epiphany
Master
that it's
builders are on it.
3, does that change your mind?
No. It doesn't, no. At $220 for me personally, holy fuck, that's expensive.
You
Had
don't
this have
want
been something I'm a little more passionate about, like if it was like a Dragon Ball Z set or something along those lines, just to put it into perspective, I would 100% jump on top of it, but it being Back to the Future, I appreciate it. It looks super sick. I love what they're doing, but at $220, I can't see myself buying. Not a chance.
you don't want to come home to the wife and be like, I bought you 3 new cars, and she's like, oh, let's see, and you're like, yeah, for $220, and then
Receipt
she's
falls on the ground. Huh, what's that? Ah! Rip it up.
nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. Might have took out a small loan to buy this, but got an
Nothing.
auto loan to buy these auto Legos.
Yeah, yeah. Can you insure them just in case they fall off the coffee table and you cry,
Yeah,
dude?
kid can slap it off the table yet.
Dude, they are fucking cool, which is why
They
we're
are
bringing
cool.
it up. But holy fuck, they ain't cheap.
No, no, bit. Jesus, cool. Not not in my budget though. Of no.
Dude, I think you're right. Like, I think this is kind of like you put it best. Like, if it was Dragon Ball, you'd be into it. Like, I'm sure there's like Back to the Future fans out there that are like
Oh
drooling
yeah.
at this. So I'm sure it's like to a market. But yeah, it's very cool for the average guy. But yeah, I'm in your boat. This is just not $220 worth of cool stuff.
No, not for.
Not for me. I'll buy I'm buying the fucking Horizon Dawn one when that shit comes
That
out.
one's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that for sure. I'll build it. I'll put it back over there, and then I don't know, fucking point to it every now and then. I'll be like, yeah, right there.
Take a fucking look. You see
Yeah.
this?
Maybe
This
I'll
shit.
get a VIP card so I don't feel so emasculated in your
I need
presence.
to get more shelving behind me so I can put some more shit around.
Yeah, you don't have enough stuff.
Man, like this is full. the shelf beside me is full. I got like more shelves in the living room full. Like I need more. I need more shelving.
Bro, you need to
I'm at,
do a fucking stream room tour. Cause like even if we go full cam on Kyle, and those of you listening in audio, you can't see it. I apologize. Go on YouTube and check
Hi.
out the video. But like Kyle has two giant like shelves behind him just littered with fucking collectibles.
Like
But you only get to
this.
see such a small portion in your camera. You really should do like a
Yeah.
fucking
Oh
tour,
yeah.
like a stream
You
room
can't
tour,
tell
dude.
where it's all at.
You should do it,
Should
man.
both do it. Like the setup behind you with all these like exclusive collectibles looks awesome
No, nobody
too.
cares about that stuff. That's not cool. Okay,
I
I,
I care.
I could
I
talk for
care.
about 2 minutes on all of this stuff, and I'll be like, "Yo, you see that Hellgas mask? Yeah, it's fucking cool. I got this like 10 years ago when I used to buy every collector's edition known to man. Now I don't do that anymore. That was like $300.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like get bigger shelving too, because Bandai and so on has been coming out with these more 1/8 scale models. So
Okay,
you go into like any GameStop, there's like the classic statue that are the sizes behind me here that are what they are. But lately they've been coming out with these like much larger statues, and they're just absolutely mad.
so Kyle is reaching to grab
Like,
his sick ass statues. That is
like
fucking
I
dope,
don't know
though.
what else like
Yeah,
Monster Cam beside it. Like they just get bigger and bigger, and of course I'm gonna buy them all. Like they're fucking sweet.
he's holding up a Brawly figurine that's about twice as tall as a Monster Energy drink can. It's very,
Sorry,
very
audio
cool.
listeners, check us
Yeah.
out on YouTube.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube. But yeah, it's very
We
cool.
Nerdin Out.
You definitely should do a stream room tour one of these days.
Oh man, just go through the
I'm
collectibles and
calling
what I
for it. I'll
got.
tell you what, if you do one, I'll consider doing one.
You'll consider doing one.
Yeah, that's how that works.
We could just do like a collectible a day show or something like
Dude, you
that.
know
And
what
just
I'll
like, oh,
do?
show and tell, like back in the preschool days. We'll do something like that.
We can do that. That's a good idea. Two, you know what I will do? I'll just be like stream tour, and then it'll be like me walk around the room, do a quick pan, and then I'll just sit for 20 minutes in front of my comic book box, and I'll just be like, "This comic book here, very cool, man, worth the read." And I'll just put it back and go through every single comic I have, and then I'll just end the video, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not showing off
Saying the
this stuff."
same thing every time. This one right
Yeah,
here, very cool.
yeah. No, it'll be
This
like I
one
pull
right
one
here,
out. I'll be like, "Issue
very
one,
cool.
it's very cool. This is where the cool starts. Issue two, cool continues here. Issue three, like go through like 20 issues of the same fucking series, be like, now on to the next series." And that's how I'll
This
do
one
my
here,
stream tour,
really
Kyle.
cool.
And then I just love the fact that, there will probably be like one dude who watches it all the way to the end. And it'll be like the first comment that, because everyone else gave up on that video, be like, "Sick comic book collection, bro." Or be like, "You fucking wasted my time and I hate you." And both of those responses would be adequate. And I would love both of them.
Perfectly fine. Welcome all and any.
Exactly. Yes. Bring me the hate and the love. I need it equally. That's
At
how
the
I
end of the day,
survive.
you're probably still a fan, so it's all good.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
lot of love.
It's a lot of love indeed. So Kyle, you're a trading card guy. You
I
play
do like
trading
trading
card
cards.
games.
Yep.
I am not. Not that they're not cool. I just have too many other things I spend money on, and trading cards are not one of them.
Cards get pricey. Oh, do they get pricey? We
I
won't even go
just,
into Pokemon at all.
but
Holy
it's just,
fuck.
it's, there's no shortage of things to spend your money on, kids, and you
No!
gotta manage them. So I try my best to have a couple vices, but
It's one of the
trading
issues
card
with
games,
having access to adult money is you just kinda buy a lot of dumb shit all the time, so, I mean
dumb shit. Some people might say dumb shit. Some people might say it's your, future. Some people might say it's an investment. I don't know. You tell me. You tell
you
me.
you tell me.
You think
I don't plan
when
on
you
selling it.
die and you leave your kids all your collectibles that they'll be upset, or do you think that they will be excited?
I don't know what they would say. It's either like, "Oh, this stuff's so cool. I remember when he used to play with these and yada yada," or it's be like, "This is all he's got left. The money's gone. He blew it on stupid fucking cards. Like, there's nothing for me. Like, what am I supposed to do?"
The money's gone, man. He bought too many Broly figurines.
Before I died, I fucking emptied the account. I bought all the statues. I walked into GameStop, like, "Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me
Dude, that
that." All the
that would be
collector hobby
like
stores.
That would be like the biggest fucking baller move. You're just 95 on your deathbed. You just buy every collectible you didn't buy throughout your life. All
Yeah,
the ones that you're like, I wanted that, I wanted that. And you're like, there's no fucking life savings left for anyone. I bought
man.
it all.
These statues get so pricey nowadays. Oh my god. Like, there's this amazing Goku Dragon Fist one that's going for like $620 at a local comic store here. And I was just like, fuck, I want it. But like, that's a chunk. That's a chunk of change for
Bro.
something I'm gonna. I mean, it's worth it. I would buy it. If it went on sale, I would buy it.
Dude, I go to this comic book store and they have like Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles statues in
Yeah.
there. They have this no bullshit. It's probably like 2 feet tall. Batman Who Laughs. That's like nine
Oh my
hundred
god.
dollars. I would buy that thing if it wasn't worth a car. It is very fucking cool. But then it's like I have to explain that every time somebody comes in my house. I'm like, it's fucking gangster, right? And they're like, no. I'm like, guess how much that was? They're like, $900. I'm like, exactly. And then they'll be like, you're stupid.
Exactly.
And I can't deny it because I mean, even me, I'll be like, well, I get $900 worth of satisfaction looking at this thing every now and then, probably, but it is a lot of fucking money.
Oh,
That's a dangerous store, dude. They have like a whole little nook where it's just statues, and it's hard to be like, should we just live in a fucking tent and be surrounded by all of these figurines? Like, does that make me a
you
crazy person? Probably.
power bill, new statue. Food, new statue.
Yeah.
New statue. Fuck it.
Sad part is we're responsible adults. We don't have the statue yet.
No.
So
Unfortunately, I make good decisions so far. Fuck.
I know. Somebody else who doesn't make good decisions, please leave us a comment to tell us how much of a fool we are. Okay.
Yeah. Let us
Let us
know.
live vicariously through you. That would be great.
That would be great.
We kind of
Fuck yeah,
digressed
it would be.
pretty far.
Yep.
I think we're
We
talking about
took a little
trading
tangent
cards.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are on
It's
trading card games.
collectibles. Trading
Yeah, yeah.
cards. Okay.
Shit.
Kyle
Back to the cards.
plays
Whoops.
plays trading cards. I don't.
Yeah.
One of our buddies does, and he's really into this new card game called newer card game called MetaZoo, and they've announced that they're having like a giant tournament. So we would be remiss if we didn't bring it up to tell you guys about it. And if you're like me and you're like, "What is MetaZoo?" I've asked him 5 times. This is not for you, but for those 2 people out there, 5 people tops that are really into MetaZoo, there's a fucking $250,000 tournament going down. So if you didn't like MetaZoo, you should probably think about liking MetaZoo because there's some big ass fucking money to be involved. Kyle,
So
have
crazy
you
to
heard of
see.
MetaZoo?
I have not, like, literally, like, I just heard about this today, like, I've never heard of this, and this must be a pretty big thing for it to have a cash prize of 250,000.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and then looking at the sales on some of these cards, like, some of these cards are going for, like, in the hundreds of dollars to buy a special edition, I assume, card, so, like, yeah, this this must be something out there. I'm just surprised that I haven't even heard of it. It doesn't seem to be advertised that well, I guess. I don't know really what else to say, but seems neat. I don't know.
I was shit talking it for the lulz because I
Yeah.
hope the guy we know listens to this and he's like 5 people. Fuck you, man. I really hope I get a message like that. But for 2, yeah, it's around. It's clearly popular enough that there's a draw in the market to make these cards worth as much and have a tournament for $250,000.
Yep.
Buddy explained it to me. It sounds very cool. Apparently, the cards are based on like real myths and like urban legends and stuff. So like Mothman and all sorts of stuff. So if it sounds like it's cool, you should check it out. But yeah, that's all I can really say on the matter. But that's a big fucking cash prize, bro.
That's a huge cash prize for a game I've never heard of.
Do you want to just start having like a Rocky montage of me and you learning how to play MetaZoo and we just try to win it
Just
all?
slamming cards on the table, sweating,
Bro, it could be like our own over
drawing
the
a drink.
top movie. Over the top with Stallone. He's like trying to fucking win the arm wrestling thing. This could be our
Yeah.
moment. For some reason, we could drive a semi truck for no reason at all. And we could just, I don't know, battle kids in MetaZoo at every truck stop / gas station. If kids still hover around those things, we could be those guys. This could be our
Could be those
movie.
guys. rolling up on him. Battle me in MetaZoo. Meta what?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. And I won this. And you just get back in your semi truck and roll out again.
And it would be like, kids never leave their houses these days, so we'd rarely run into them. So when we do run into them, we just accost them in public, and they would just run away screaming. We're like, hey, kids, don't go anywhere. Just two bearded weirdos climbing out of a semi truck. Come play games with me. And they're like, oh, God, Dad told me about this guy. I'd be like, ooh. I think that's a movie. Netflix, hit me up. That's a movie.
That's a movie. You could buy the rights to that right up.
Yeah. I could
Honestly, MetaZoo, like, I really don't know what to think about this card game. It seems like such a I'm just gonna be honest, it looks like a low budget ass fucking Pokemon card trading game. I don't know if I'm interested at all.
Whoa, I just want to
It
say
must be cool to somebody.
I just want to say that I don't agree with his viewpoint. Yeah,
This is where
leave
we
me
fight.
out of the hate, okay? Directed all to Kyle. He did it to himself. Kyle, take it away.
You know, I look at this game, I look at the the artwork on the cards and stuff. I appreciate all that stuff, but this is not looking like a game I would ever play or spend money on or anything like that.
Wow. Those words cut.
Just don't know what to say. That just is what it is.
Like I said, I don't spend money on any cards because I have other things to spend money on. So I don't hate them. I don't think
sorry,
they look
not sorry.
Sorry. I don't think they look stupid. I think they sound cool. I wouldn't spend money on them, but you could, and it's okay if you do. And if you do, you better get in that tournament to justify all that money.
You have every right to play this card game. My opinion should not falter your feelings for this card game.
Yes.
For me personally, I am not as drawn to it as others may. I appreciate what they're doing, but this is just not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. That's just is what it is.
This is the PSA, the trigger warning. So this is what you do when you talk out of school about something. You apologize immediately and then try to justify it. So
yeah,
if you're mad, you guys are just stupid, and it's not our fault.
Yeah, stop being so fucking mad. What are you mad about?
Yeah, bro.
It's just a fucking card game, my dude.
It's a card game that's having a $250,000 tournament. So check.
Yeah, it must be. Oh, $250,000. Fuck, spend that in a day.
Oh, okay, Bill Gates. All right, all right, back to
I don't spend $250,000 a day.
I haven't spent $250,000 in my life, man.
I don't even know what
back
it's like.
to the stuff we can actually talk about.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're in the TV movie portion of the show because we just blew through all the games. And the first thing on the docket, Kyle, is they've officially given an update to this Resident Evil live show that has been in the works at Netflix for a minute. They finally gave us a release date. This is an article that kind of explains all of the shit in it, but then they tweeted this out the other day. July 14th is when, oh my God, I clicked it. July 14th is when we will finally get to see what this show is all about. Are you excited about this even kind of?
After seeing the new Resident Evil movie that just came out, I am probably even more excited for a live action TV show now.
You've seen that
movie with the new Resident Evil movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I went and seen that in theaters. It was so good. So good. Oh, if you haven't watched it, I recommend going to see that movie. I loved it. It was such a good movie.
You know what? I seen this announcement and I was like, wow, that live action movie that looked terrible, I should watch it and see if it's actually terrible. And now you're telling me
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Oh my God. I reserve my time for things that I know won't suck, and that was a question mark. So
I really enjoyed the new Resident Evil movie. Was super good. So that just makes me even more intrigued to see the Resident Evil live action TV show. Wow. And yeah. So if that did really good, I feel like the TV show is going to do pretty good because it's going to bring in some fans from that movie over to the TV show. As a guy, I've played like one Resident Evil game ever. I've never really had the chance or opportunity to play any of them. So, I mean, the movies have been great. And I'm assuming this TV show should be really good. I'm hoping anyway. I hope so.
Can you feel the judgment coming through my camera right now?
Oh, because I haven't.
I've only played like one Resident Evil game. That's why you think that movie's good. I guarantee you I watched that movie. It's garbage.
Only because you're gonna know the backstory of Leo and everything, or Leon.
Because you've played the games and they were good, and you're gonna be like, "That was better in the game. That was cooler in the game."
You're gonna walk in, you're just gonna sit there and just brood over it and just
You're
be like,
like,
"This isn't the game.
you're the
What
guy. a
what
hundred
the
percent, a
fuck
hundred
is this?"
percent. I am that guy for one, and two, you're the guy who's gonna like the Halo TV show.
I will
That's the
just like
vibe.
it just to
That's the
spite you.
vibe I'm getting. I that's
I'm gonna
that's
text
we're
you
that
every
kind of
day and
people.
be like,
Oh my
"This
god.
episode 1, hot as shit." Episode like, I'm just gonna message you every day like, "This is way better than the book and video game ever will be. This is what it should have been like."
That hurts
Eh
me on a level that you will never know. You can't understand what makes it beautiful.
Fuck you, we're fighting.
Yeah, we're divorced. Get your Broly statues out of my house. I hate you. No, for real though. I have not watched the movie. I actually will watch it on your recommendation. I was going to watch it
I
because
liked
after
it.
this, because I think this show is supposed to be in that same like universe. Like I think it's supposed to be like a shared universe.
Okay.
So I think, don't quote me on that. I think that would make sense. But I do actually have an interest in the show because they kind of briefly explain what the show is going to be about. And that I think is the cooler parts of the game that they explore a little bit. They talk about like it's the drama, about what actually goes on in Umbrella Corp, and then what's the new world order kind of after the outbreaks. I think that stuff's the more compelling stuff. So I'm actually interested in the show, but I have to do my due diligence and watch the movie. And now that you say it's good, I really have to watch the movie just to see if you're
No.
wrong and I can make fun of you.
Well, just keep in mind that I haven't really played the games in order to link the
No,
game to to the movie.
I'm
So
not forgetting that. I'm not forgetting that for a
I'm not
second.
sure how well they do the movie for the game in terms of story, but for me as a fresh perspective going into this movie, it was fucking really good. I liked it a lot.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I want to say that for one. Okay, you're allowed to like it, even if I think you're stupid. You're allowed to like it, and if you've only played one game, yeah, that's kind of dumb, but you're allowed to do that. Okay, what I do recommend is you play more than one game and
I will
don't
do that
watch the
on your
movie.
recommendation.
But you know what? I will watch the movie. I swear to God, I will watch and I will report back on whether Kyle is a lunatic or if he's actually right in this show. The movie is actually good. If you haven't played the games though, bro, you really should play the remake of 2, specifically the remake of 2. It is phenomenal. You can get the duo. They're like linked together. They made a 2 and 3 special. You can get the combo pack. I would say get them both, but for sure, if you're like, I don't want to spend $30 on 2 games, spend the like $15 or $20 to get the remake of 2. It's very good.
All right, bet.
But
I'm
but
gonna do that.
we've digressed a lot. The show comes out July. What did I say? July
22nd?
14th. 14th
14th. That's the
is
one.
14th
14th.
on Netflix. So all of you have it. Keep your calendars marked, man. If you like zombie dogs and I don't know evil corporations with viruses and stuff.
Yeah, like all that stuff. Like sick.
Yeah, yeah,
Watch it.
yeah, man. Next piece of news. Next thing, you got to keep the show moving. We can't let the
Next.
inertia ruin the vibes. Okay, so there's a game that I've played. Kyle, have you played it? A Plague Tale.
No, no, I haven't played Plague Tale.
Have you heard of it?
I've definitely heard of it. Yep.
Okay,
It is on Game Pass.
okay. I
Definitely heard of it. Never played it yet.
Okay, I think it's an award-winning game. I could be wrong. I'm gonna make it's the internet. I'm talking about. Yes, it's won awards. Okay,
It's got
this
stuff.
is factual. I think it's won an Oscar for best game design. So here we are. I'm gonna talk about it. I have played it. Like many of you, you're probably like Kyle. You've heard of it, seen it on Game Pass, but you've never played it. I recommend you play it. It's not the world's greatest game, but it is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like world. Pretty immersive. Pretty cool story.
Its ratings are very high. It has a 97% like chance by
Yes.
all Google users. IGN giving it a 7 out of 10. Amazon Gaming 4.6 out of 5. Google 4.4 out of 5. So it seems to be a very liked game.
Yes, I can feel that reinforcement. Yes. See, I know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, people. But what I'm really trying to talk about is they're turning it into a TV show. This is the fucking era of all the games we love getting either adapted to film or adapted to fucking TV shows. This is another one of those things that's going down. I don't know where it's going. It doesn't say in this tweet. It just says that Focus Entertainment will be the studio that like is going to be working on it, like they're going to be like producing it or whatever. But they haven't say like where this is going to land. But it is in the works. Has a director. It has some studios behind it, so there's movement on this. But if you're excited about that, that's because you played the game. And if you
Yeah,
haven't played the game, I recommend you check it out. And then if you're like, wow, that was a pretty good game, then you can get excited for the TV show that might happen sometime in our lifetime.
perfect.
That's all I can really say about it.
And it's on Game Pass. What am I missing out on here? Just download and play.
Yes, that's exactly. That's a
I have
valid point.
no losses here, only benefits.
Yeah.
What am I? I'll just play it. I don't know why I haven't yet. Definitely seen it on there, just
You know
haven't had the
what though?
chance to do it yet.
It's one of those things like the story is cool, but there's like certain parts about it I just know for a fact you're gonna be like, this is so dumb. Like why did he say this game was good? There's
Yeah,
some
dude.
certain okay, you
What the
know
fuck?
you know there's some stuff that irritates me. And there's some stuff in this game where like 30 minutes in I was like, that guy could die and I would be okay with it. And you're supposed to care about that guy. But I'm like, fuck me, I'm about to just grab a sword and kill him, so I don't have to listen to him anymore.
If the game don't kill him, I'm fucking killing him. Somebody
Bro,
help me out here.
I've never sided with the bad guy so goddamn fast in a game. I was like, we'll just fucking leave him here, okay? You can have him. I don't give a shit. But
For once, the
nevertheless,
bad guy makes sense.
yeah, I couldn't agree with him more. He's an irritating character. Yeah, he should die. He does come cool. He does get cooler later, but just be warned that there's potentially a character that you might want to die. All right, Kyle, we're on to the anime portion of the shit because we talked about
The
it last week that
anime.
we were gonna go see Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep, we say that.
We did it.
We are men of our words.
Yes.
We seen it.
Yes.
So I
So
mean, do we just try not to spoil it for the first second here, and then we just spoiler alert and
okay,
we just dive right the fuck in?
that's a good strategy. I like where your head's at. Everyone dies and the movie's terrible. Okay,
Yep.
but no, for real, for real though, we will. That's a good move. Kyle's like thinking like a guy who knows what he's doing. We should really have like a spoiler free review. Before that, we'll touch on this briefly. It was Ichidori's birthday.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday, Ichidori.
you.
It goes in theme because he's the character of the Jujutsu Kaisen TV show, and we're talking about. Okay, whatever. You
And
don't
it
care.
just so happens to be his birthday. Just whatever.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
don't give a shit.
just
I know
sharing
you
it.
don't care,
Nobody
but we're
cares.
sharing it with you. Okay, so Kyle,
It's interesting.
before we spoil it in any capacity,
Yeah.
give me your two thoughts. What did you think without potentially ruining anything?
Without potentially ruining anything. Okay, so from watching, I rewatched the seasons of the TV show, and I never realized how much Yuta was actually mentioned in the TV show. You especially see it a lot during the sister schools Kyoto fight, Battle of the Classes or Students. I can't quite remember what it was called, but you see a lot of backstory from Panda, Maki, and everybody just kind of reminiscing and talking about Yuta and kind of like what he's done in the past for them and stuff. So like it's here seeing the movie and then rewatching the TV series, like it is tying in, and I'm really hopeful that they bring in Yuta into the TV series. I'm hoping anyway. It should be really good.
Okay,
But yeah, I don't really. Yeah, fuck yeah, looks super good.
that
Where is it here?
I appreciate what you were trying to say, but what did you think about the movie without spoiling it?
Without? Oh
Yeah.
my god, it was good. It was super good. I fucking loved
You had
it.
a better review for the fucking Resident Evil movie, man, than the other shit that you're actually excited to go see. You're like, that movie's fucking sick. We're
Fuck.
just talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. You're like,
You
yeah,
know
I
what?
hope Yuta shows up in the show.
Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was so good. Watch it. I know that a lot of people were thinking that this movie was going to be a prequel garbage movie. It was not that way at all, and the way it is and was written and is done, it will fit into the TV series in a way. Like it is so good. The fight scene, everything was amazing.
All right.
Fuck, it's good.
All right. It's good from Kyle. My
What about you?
spoiler-free review will be like, I was okay. I'm not being a contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian. I know that's like I like to fuck around and make jokes, but like I honestly thought the movie was just okay. I thought it was okay. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was great. I thought it was okay. There's no Demon Souls there's no Demon Slayer show. Okay, Mugen Train was like insane to me.
Oh my! In comparison to that movie, like this one would be like garbage compared to that.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Mugen Train was like a religious experience. This is like, yeah, it's cool. If you like the
Yeah,
show, you should watch it, but it's not an experience. I would recommend people that don't watch anime watch Mugen Train because that shit was sick as fuck. But like,
Yeah,
I would
that's
not
definitely a
recommend
nice one to get
this.
into.
I would not recommend this at all to anyone who doesn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen and like it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I even though they said, like, you don't have to actually watch the TV series in order to watch this movie, I feel like you definitely should definitely watch the, TV series
yeah.
before going to see this movie.
I think you'll like. I agree with what you're saying. Like the things you noted about it. Okay, we're gonna get into the spoilers part of it. Okay, people. So just be
Yeah, we should
prepared.
probably just yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. We're spoiling it. Buckle the fuck up. Okay. So the character you're
Spoiler alert!
referencing, Yuta, is a cool
Yuta.
character. He mimics Ichidori's arc in the show. So a lot of it is
Yep.
very like in parallel. So it feels familiar, which is done deliberately, I'm assuming. The only problem with that is you rehash a lot of Ichidori's story. So if you already know it, you're kind of like, okay, cool, we've seen this already. Fast forward to the parts that I actually get to learn something new or see something cool. They do that kind of, but most of the stuff they show you is not that fucking cool. The fights are way too fast. They do not live up to the hype factor I think anime fights should live up to. In my opinion, there's like, even when we see Gojo fight, he's a fucking baller. All right. Anyone who knows the show, this dude does not fuck around. He's very cool. In the movie, there's a couple moments where you're like, yeah, he's cool. But then you don't really get to see the full extent of like what he's doing in combat. There's a lot of cutaway, there's a lot of things going on in different places. So we're getting like a portion of a fight. We never get like the full climax of a fight. And heavy spoilers when we get the final fight with Yoda and what is his name? Goto? Gato? Gato.
Oh, Gato?
I
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
that was
Gato, the big bad guy. There is a moment
yeah.
where like Yoda summons the fucking like demon, super demon that's been residing in him. He like
Rika.
trades his soul essentially to like harness the power to finish this guy in a fight.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, this is the moment. This is the fight. This is the payoff we've been waiting for. And then they cut away from it, show a mushroom cloud, and you're like, okay, that's cool and it's devastating, but I get to fucking see what happened. I want to
One
see
big
that
blast,
shit.
another big blast, big cloud,
Dude, like
and that was it.
the fight at the end of Mugen Train, you're like watching this dude, like, he's practically half dead. He fucking, pulls some shit out of his ass and he's like, remember, I got the final fucking move. And you get to see it actually happen. You do not get that moment in this show. It's very disappointing for me. But I will say this. There is some cool background you get to see. You get to see Gojo interact with like the hierarchy some more. You kind of see that dynamic a little bit more, which is nice. You also get to see a little bit more of him and kind of how he values, human life, specifically youth. You know what I mean? He talks about like no one should be able to take the youth away from these kids. So you get a little more insight into his character. You get a tiny speckle of interest, like insight in the other surrounding cast. You definitely get to see some more cursed voice, or what is it?
Yeah, cursed speech
Cursed
by
speech.
Unamaki.
So that's cool. That's probably one of the cooler
That was
parts.
cool to actually get a taste of how powerful cursed speech actually is and actually see it in full force and the repercussions behind using cursed speech as well. So I didn't really realize that there was like a problem with using cursed speech. I mean, you get a bit of that in the TV show during one of the Kyoto tournament or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the show, you really get to see the toll that it actually takes on Unamaki and like just how powerful and why he speaks in rice bowl ingredients rather than actually like using speech because
Yeah.
it is so powerful. It can literally fuck up him as the user. That's how powerful cursed speech is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that until this movie.
Yeah. So I will
Um,
say it sheds light on some stuff that is actually pretty cool.
yeah.
But like
Oh yeah.
if you went to see this movie without having any knowledge, I think a lot of that would be lost on you, and the movie itself would kind of just feel lackluster, in my opinion. I am like, my brain works like a kid who's holding an etch and sketch. Okay, so it's full. I'm an old man. It's full to the edges. So I'm like rewriting the edges, and all those edges are like TV shows. Okay, and as this kid's gotten older, he's got Parkinson's, and he jumps around excitedly. So like he's just shaking the etch and sketch constantly. So the edges are just constantly fucking gone. So I've pretty much forgot Jujutsu Kaisen TV show. So like when I got to go see the movie in theaters, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't remember until I was like reintroduced to it, which was nice. But I also got to kind of experience it like, this is my first time really seeing what this world has
Yeah.
to offer, and it doesn't deliver, in my opinion. So I mean, in my opinion, I think it's one of those things. If you really like the show, there's things that you will get from the movie. I don't think it's worth going to see in theaters, though. What do you think? We've done the spoiler free part. Give me your spoiler
Yeah.
part.
So it's this movie is definitely not what they said. They were saying you can watch this movie without actually having to watch a TV show. That was a big fucking lie because had I have not watched the TV show, I understand so much more of what's going on there. And then I see also from this movie how it fits into the TV show because they kind of bring up Yuta and his past and stuff like that and how the fighting and everything happened. And Panda brings up things about how humans put others before themselves in like times of need just to be helpful and stuff like that. So I could see why people would not like this movie. I mean, the fight scenes were fast and cutty, so you didn't really get to see that much out of it. So like, yeah, I would say wait for it to come out. I mean, if you really wanna support it, I recommend that too. Just go see it in theaters for support because I feel like in the West here, anime in theaters is, like, just starting to be on the ups, and we're starting to get more anime in theaters. As long as we keep watching these movies, they're gonna keep pumping them into theaters, which is beautiful, and I wanna see more of that. And then with the movie, we kinda really get a bigger dive into kind of these, like, sorcerer families. So there's, like, the big 3. So you got Gojo's family here, the Satoros, and then you got the Zenins, and then you got the Kamos. So they kind of dive more into how important family is in the hierarchy. And you really get to see how powerful these families are in terms of the ranking system for these Jujutsu sorcerers and like how they make money and whatnot. So I feel like this movie was just kind of more information to add to the TV shows. Pretty much all it is, really. But yeah, see it in theaters if you wanna support anime movies coming to theaters here in the West. If you don't want to, I'd recommend just watching this once it's out on some type of platform that you're subscribed to already. But I liked it. I wish the fight scenes were longer and more in depth versus lots of just, like, explosions, and then you get, like, an aftermath afterwards of what happened. Like, the main villain there. So Rika is charging up this big giant death blast, and what was the other guy's name again? The other villain's like summoning this giant ball of like 4,000 demon souls into like this giant concentrated like bomb.
Yeah,
So he throws this 4,000 demon ball bomb at him. Rika fires off this giant purple death beam. They collide, big ass explosion, mushroom cloud. And then all of a sudden it's just him walking around with no arm, and it's like, holy fuck, this that was amazing. And it's just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what happened?
yeah,
Like, I want to
yeah,
see more. Like it
yeah,
just ended, like, and then Buddy's just on the ground, Rika's just standing there. It's like, what is like, yeah, they could have been way more in-depth fighting for that. Definitely. It definitely was not no Mugen Train or anything like that. Like that shit was fire. This one, it's mediocre. Do better next time, please.
yeah.
Or just give us more TV show.
I will say, like, it did deliver on the tone of the show. It piggybacks heavily off the show. Like I said, like the story mirrors what goes on with Ichidori quite a bit. So like I don't know if that was deliberate or just lazy. They were like, we'll just fucking insert dude here, rewrite slightly, then we won't really have a third act with any kind of villain presence, then we'll make it happen. We'll have a shit mediocre fight to throw it all off at the end. The only thing is like you is Yoda a character? He's interesting. He's very similar to Chidori. And like at the end of the movie, you want to see more of him, especially with how
Yeah.
the movie comes to a close, and like he essentially sets that girl free from being cursed and stuff. So like it's pretty interesting to see where his character would end up going forward. So I think it does add something to the show, but yeah, it's very much like a sidecar where it's like it's not an
Yeah.
experience that you need, but like hey, if you want some more, it's there.
His
Um,
power is definitely interesting. It's similar to that main villain where he would capture a demon into a sphere of some type and he would eat it and then he would gain control of that spirit.
yeah,
And then it seems like Yuta, he has the ability to kind of like create a cursed spirit out of like somebody that just passed away and like make it a special grade and then have like full control over it by some type of physical object.
Yeah.
where Rika was ultimately controlled by the ring, and that's how he had control of her, and plus that strong emotional bond, maybe that's what created such a strong, special grade curse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious to see more about his power, because
Yeah.
he seems to be from a line that's, related to Gojo's family, so I can only imagine, like, his shit's gonna blow up, like, he's gonna be way more powerful. He just doesn't understand what he can do. So it'd be cool to see them dive more into that and see what else he can do. I mean, I'm sure there's something in the no, there's nothing in the manga about Yuta. That was the thing.
I definitely think you're probably right. Like, this movie probably sets up Yoda coming into the picture in the show, and then it'll be
Yeah,
like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then the movie will be the thing that told you who that guy was. So
yeah.
I think that's kind of what it's setting up. I will agree with Kyle's statement though, where anime movies aren't that prominent in theaters. So if you do want to see more of them, you should go see it. Wait till like I don't know, it's a fucking Toonie Tuesday or whatever. Like if your movie has
Oh,
like a discount night, go see it for slightly cheaper. But like it's not a bad idea to support in theaters. That is
that's
a
the
valid
ultimate
point.
idea. Yeah, if we support these movies coming to theaters here, like, we're gonna get way more, because I remember when this shit never happened in you'd
Yeah,
have to go to, like, some major city where they're like, we could just throw it up for, like, an hour slot here or whatever, it's fine." And, like, the smaller towns would not get anything like that. I'm sure it's probably still the way it is, but yeah, I wanna see more anime movies coming into theaters, so this would be a good way to support it, because there's, like, some profit in doing that.
yeah, that's a
We're
valid
a
point.
community.
That's a valid point. The theater I went to go see it at was a shitty theater, and it was like the only Cineplex that showed it in the city, and there was only one screen time per day for English dub.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that
I
was the weird
had to
part.
see it at 10 on Friday, or I couldn't have seen it before the show.
'Cause, yeah, there was one time for English dub at 9:30. Japanese subtitle had 4 time slots. I was like, "Why?" I mean, I understand, like, people prefer sub over dub, so I'm not sure why that would be a thing, but yeah, just the time slot, there was so, like, limited. You had to, like, book ahead and everything just to make sure you actually get a good seat.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
bizarre, especially when you're like preaching that it could be marketable to people who have not seen the anime. Like you think
Yeah.
more people would
Yeah.
be inclined to see it in English just because not a lot of people watch subtitled shit, period, let alone pay movie theater prices to go watch a movie in it. So I mean that is a bizarre choice, but yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I do agree with
100%.
the sentiment. We should support these movies so we get more of them. I do agree with that wholeheartedly.
Oh, fuck. Support it, community. We can do this. More movies
Yep,
in theaters. More of
exactly.
them. There's a lot of movies out there that people probably don't even know about, and they'd be so great to see in a theater setting.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Mugen Train changed my life. I will like
Oh my god. I
that
like
movie
g
made me want to go see more anime in theaters.
Yeah. It was just so damn good. So damn good. It was funny because I was in the capital city, and, I didn't even we were just there as, like, a trip or whatever, and I didn't even know, Demon Slayer had a movie out. And then I was like, "Oh, it's like 10 o'clock on, like, whatever, a or Friday. It's like everything's starting to close down. Like, let's just finish off the night with a movie." I jump online and I see Mogan Trains on there. I'm like, "Holy fuck, I'm going." Dive
Yeah,
right in. Is just the greatest movie I've ever seen for anime. It's so good.
yeah, dude.
As an adult, I might have cried just a little bit at the
Oh,
end.
dude. There's
Heart wrenching.
I, if you have a heart in your chest, there's some shit at the end where you're like, you could do it, man. You can fucking do it,
Don't cry, don't cry.
bro.
Set your heart ablaze.
Yeah, yeah. You're reaching over, grabbing your girlfriend's hand, not the other way around. You're like,
Yeah, you're
you
just
can
sitting
do
there.
this,
Oh,
man. It's definitely it definitely stirs some stuff up. I think that movie like because you instantly go from one of those moments where you're like kind of almost crying to like you fully hyped. You know what I mean? In a matter of a couple seconds, and then it wraps up nicely. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
fuck. It's just a good goddamn movie, let alone a
Watch that.
fucking anime movie.
Yeah. Then, like, yeah, this Jujutsu Kaisen movie was good. I don't feel like it had to be a theater movie. It could have just came out on some type of subscribed platform, because it's ultimately like an information movie. We just touch base more on the families and the characters that we kind of see later on in the TV series. Like, you get more in depth on Panda, Gojo, kind of like how the hierarchy of the whole Jujutsu sorcerer works. just the families in general, cursed speech, and how unbelievably powerful it is. That Unumaki's that's crazy. Yeah, it didn't need to be a movie. Definitely could have just been a TV show.
I
Or
think
like it didn't need to be a movie that we had to go to theaters for. It could have just came out as some type of subscription platform. That's
yeah,
where I'm with.
it would have made it a lot more accessible too. Like especially if you want to watch it in dub or whatever, you don't have to
Yeah,
like go see it at one fucking specific time. But
yeah,
that
for sure.
would have been probably a cooler move if they released it as like season 0 and they had like edited it into like 3-4 episodes and maybe expanded upon some of
Yeah,
those moments because there's definitely like a lot of their childhood is like brushed through and all that stuff. So they could have really fleshed it out a little bit more in a show.
I wonder if they only did this movie thing because like, oh shit, something's on fire.
That's real
Um,
life shit happens.
burnt toast.
Yep.
Because a lot of movies right now, they'll come out with a series of a TV series. It does really good. Then they make a movie. Seems to be like the thing right now that's going on.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Jujutsu Kaisen kind of wanted to just do that too, because like Demon Slayer did it, made a movie, really good. Uh, Dragon Ball Z did a movie, then made a TV series for Dragon Ball Super, and then came out with another movie, and it's all doing really good. And then I wonder if they were just kind of trying to do the same thing then,
I
because
would say
what else is coming out?
that's probably the point. I agree with that sentiment. That's probably how it came to light. They were probably like, "Hey man, like we have this side story we want to tell," and they're like, "Well, can we do a movie?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." And then they seen that fucking Demon Slayer like sold a bajillion tickets and broke like
Yeah,
box office records. So I'm sure like for an anime movie, it set some tone of like what could be accomplished. So I'm sure a lot of it was like, "Well, they made a lot of money. Can we make a lot of money?"
yeah, they're
And
probably
like
just trying to fit into what was popping at the moment.
I think it's also too like the way Demon Slayer is like it doesn't really cater to setting up too much. Like it really is like catered to like you've seen the show, now watch the movie that continues the show. Like it's
Yeah,
not like Jujutsu Kaisen where it's like, yeah, you can kind of watch it if you've never watched the show before. You probably won't enjoy it as much. But like Demon Slayer doesn't do that. I think that's like a big win for them because those are the people that are going to go see that movie anyway. Why cater
yeah,
to the people that aren't? That just seems foolish. And then give the people what they want. Like I watch animes for like crazy stories and cool quirky characters and then like the fucking fight scenes, man. That's like you know what I mean? You don't watch Marvel movies so like they could wrap it up in the end and pan away from all the fights. You know what I mean? Like how dumb would that have been if like Endgame ends with like fucking Iron Man putting the gauntlet on and then they pan away and they're like fucking fast forward 2 years where life goes back to normal. Like, what the fuck? Nobody does that, man. Learn how to write a fucking movie. I'm an idiot who talks into a camera and I know that's a stupid idea for a fucking movie. You don't pan away from the money shot and you
no,
fucking
made it dumb.
I'm angry. But
Like
like
there's yeah,
there's just no fucking reason, dude.
uh, just more about like these animes and coming out with like TV series and then movies. Like, have you ever seen the TV series called Black Clover?
I've seen it, yes. I'm
Okay,
not up
they
to
have a
date on it.
movie coming out mid 2022 as well. So like everybody's just pumping out series and then a movie. So it might be a trend that's happening right now. Maybe in the West it doesn't really make sense, but maybe something's popping off and over in Japan or wherever these are being produced and yeah, they're making their way over to us.
I mean, shit, it makes perfect sense. Like, I'm not knocking on the business model. It makes a lot of sense, dude. If you can produce a movie, which is essentially like, I don't know, 4 episodes, 5 episodes put together in length, and then you deliver the same kind of experience that you do in an anime, but you amp it up a little bit because it's a movie. You know what I mean? You have to deliver something
Yeah.
that's worth going to a movie theater to see. And then you cash out. Animation is expensive. I understand why people would be interested in doing this. And I don't like knock it at all for trying it. But if you're gonna do it, build it like a fucking movie, man. Like understand that it's different. You have to deliver a movie worth like a movie caliber experience. Jujutsu Kaisen is not that. It could have been a fucking TV show. It could have been a web series, and I might have watched it. You know what I mean? Like that's how like not impressed I was by it. Fucking Mugen Train though, Jesus.
Can't say enough good things about that one.
I know there's probably like one dude listening to this who's like, fucking
Oh,
stop
you're
comparing them. Stop comparing them. They're
there
not
he
the
goes
same.
again.
I
Talking about
fucking
Morgan
like
Train.
Jujutsu Kaisen. I hate Demon Slayer. That's cool, man. But like, fucking Mugen Train, dude. Do it like that. Do it better. All right. Fuck.
Reach into my heart and just rip tears out of me. Fuck.
Dude, it's just man. And the worst part about it is like Yoda's a pretty interesting character. And he's
Oh yeah,
surrounded by
100%.
a pretty cool cast of characters, but they managed to make none of them really that cool or interesting in this movie. They just show us more of them, which is dope if you watch the show, but if you don't watch the show, you fucking get nothing. You get
Yeah,
fucking
definitely recommend watching the
disappointment,
show
bro.
before the movie. 100%, because you're gonna get way more out of it.
All right. I've ranted long
But yeah.
enough. I've shit on this long enough. I apologize. Just I expected Mugen Train and I got web series. Ick.
Was not
Fuck.
as hot as I would have liked it, but still a good watch. Still a good watch. Don't knock it that hard, but definitely, yeah.
Let's bring it home, guys. It's
Yeah,
worth a watch.
it is definitely worth a watch. It was not that fucking trash garbage.
No,
It was all right. It was
it
good.
isn't a dumpster fire, but it's certainly no Mugen Train.
No, yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's a fair summarization. I feel like I'm okay with that.
Yep. I feel like probably hit the nail right on the head. Probably along with a lot of
Yeah.
people on this.
Yeah, I probably said the same thing 5 times. This music's already fucking said this. But we're done. The episode's done. All right, that's all I can tell you. I'll save you from me rant on how good Mugen Train is one more time. That was it, kids. That was all the news for the week. We really appreciate you guys hanging out and listening and commenting and liking and subscribing and I don't know,
All this
shitting on MetaZoo.
interaction and shit.
All of the
Yeah.
comments in this video will be like, "What is MetaZoo?" Just fucking do it so I can send them to my friend just to talk hella shit. Just
Yeah.
what is MetaZoo? What is MetaZoo?
Just slam
Please.
dunk on it. Fuck it.
Please, just do it for me. Even if you know what it is and you like it, just do it for me.
We need some
Do it for
firepower.
me, so I can do it. Steal my shit talk.
Never even heard of the goddamn.
Joke's on us. A lot of people haven't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're sitting on $250,000. What are you sitting on? Fucking debt.
Really shitty movie review of Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah.
0. That's what I got.
Fuck you.
I got my fucking tears in a jar from watching Mugen Train. I got that. It's priceless. But no.
Fucking so.
But no, seriously, guys, no bullshit. Leave what is MetaZoo in the comments if you've made it this far. I really appreciate all the support as always.
Yep.
Kyle, what do you have to say to the lovely people that actually watch and listen to this show every week? Take us home, big boy.
You fucking awesome people out there of the internet that click on our videos and just watch us babble a lot of bullshit about a lot of stuff that we find interesting throughout the week is really what keeps us driving to do these every week by week. We will do our best to stay on these schedules. We will pump out the best content that we can possibly do. And with you guys commenting in the sections, you can help along with these productions and the way we write these things out and the way we make these videos. Because we do this for everybody. We do this for you, the internet. Any input is helpful. And we appreciate everybody that watches these and the hours and everything that you guys do for us. That's just super awesome to see what we've got started here. And it can only go up from here. We can build one hell of a community and you guys can all be along for the ride. Slap the like button, slap the subscribe button. Watch us on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok. We're on Spotify, any other type of podcast listening service. Like we are trying to be everywhere. And you guys along with the ride, we can take this away. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, guys.
Can't thank everybody enough.
Yeah, we really do. Thank you guys. Thanks for the support. He's right. We are fucking everywhere. We're like that rash you can never get rid of. We're never going away.
Never getting rid of it.
I love hearing my own voice, and I love forcing Kyle listening to my voice. So this is golden for me. So I appreciate that. Also, we have a Discord. We should start pumping that Discord. So people can
do have a
actually
Discord,
go
yeah.
in there and like fucking post shit and be like, "Hey, dickhead, you talked about MetaZoo, something no one's ever heard of. You could talk about this too." And I'll be like, "Hey, man, if it's interesting, we'll talk about it."
Yeah, we have a Discord now. You guys can definitely throw your 2 cents in and topics you would like us to talk about. Why not? Like start this little community up where you guys actually will have real input into what we talk about and feel actually included in the community that we're trying to build.
Yes.
So it's gonna be amazing.
It already
Nobody's
is.
gonna be left out. You matter.
Exactly. Your input matters. Just like Kyle's input about that Resident Evil movie that's probably not good. But it matters.
Like played like a game for like a little bit. It's like whatever. I don't fucking know. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Ain't no Mugen Train.
That'll be my review. I'll watch it. I'll be like, it wasn't no Mugen Train.
Everything is gonna be
Yes,
compared to Mugen
dude.
Train now.
If it's a fucking video game, it's compared to God of War, and if it's a fucking movie, it's gonna be Mugen Train. Especially if it's anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the
The day
Batman. Now I'll be like, it wasn't as good as Batman. Just to keep it
Batman,
relevant.
Mugen Train, God of War.
Yeah,
Those are the top tiers, and that's how everything's gonna be ranked from now on.
that's the nerd Bible. You should live by it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Classification S. Everything else, we'll see where they fit.
exactly.
That's where we're at.
Alrighty, guys.
Fuck
Thank you
yeah.
guys so much for listening. It's another episode in the books. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you guys next weekend.
Have a great fucking week.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.